So I started in Laogar Kung Fu. It was a family thing. My mum, my father, that's how they met as well. My older cousin, like an uncle, used to teach both of them. Master Stan Brown. My dad started doing his own classes. The London Predators was very well known back in the day. And from the age of 3, the second I could, just after walking, was taught to throw kicks and punches. So first competition at the age of 5, and I've just been going non-stop from then. And it has massively impacted my life because I feel martial arts is a positive influence where I could be involved in a lot of stupid stuff just from the areas that I was raised in. It's so very easily to be influenced and dragged into the wrong things and follow the wrong path, but I feel martial arts has always kept me on the straight and narrow. My favorite sandwich, I'm a sandwich fan, so it's a hard one. I kind of, I'm a foodaholic, man, so there's whatever you can put in and that makes my tongue dance, then that's me, man. I'm not even gonna try and put it on one specific thing. I'm not from this planet. I'm not normal. I don't do the state. I don't think the same. A lot of people are very conventional thinkers and they kind of get filtered into specific categories. You're this type of fighter, you're that type of fighter. I'm anything and everything. So I feel that's what makes me different. I'm almost like a child, still where you believe you can just do and get away with anything. I still have that in me. Well, to be fair, yeah, adrenaline will always carry you through any pain after any fight for usually to the end of that night. But even past that, I didn't have any cut on my knee or severe swelling or bruising at all, which was the scary part for me. The fact that nothing actually took part, or nothing actually hurt me after seeing the injury that it was casted onto that. The hardest thing, I don't feel like I don't feel like I have hard fights. They're just, some of them are just very frustrating. Both bouts now, I've had 2 fights that I've gone the distance, and I think both of them are just very frustrating fights. So if you want to class that as being hard, then it'll be those 2 fights.
MVP, we just saw Phil Davis grind his way to victory, capturing the light heavyweight title. During his post-fight interview, you could hear the boos and one guy yelling, "You're boring." Does it frustrate you at all to watch guys fight conservatively, especially when being so dominant? Do you think it's more important to be an exciting fan favourite or do whatever it takes to get the W?
No, 100%. Like, what people fail to remember is this is people's careers. Before any entertainment, before the cameras turn on, we have to make a living ourselves. So the important thing for us is grinding out the win, and however you have to do it is however you have to do it. Me personally enjoy putting on a show. That's more to do with my personality, and that's just me as a character. Probably my upbringing as well, like Caribbean upbringing. Everyone's always like laughing, joking. I love that kind of environment, and it kind of keeps me going through a fight as well. So I just feel, there are people like myself, and then there's people that, they have to get a job done, and I appreciate both sides. It is what it is. Like I said, if even myself, I can land something ridiculous, hit someone with a stupid kick. Everyone's like, "Oh my days, did you see that?" Lose the fight, I've lost money. It makes it harder for me to continue my training and then come back and do the same thing again. So the win is the most important thing. I'll just go for what people like. I'm just gonna go with what people tend to say the most is they would like to see me and Wonderboy fight, just because our styles are so similar. So I'll just go with that. It's not one that I care about. I feel where I've done years of fighting people with that style. I kind of know what that style I can already see how that fight would go. And sometimes 2 positives don't necessarily make another positive. This is what people fail to remember. If we're both quite cautious fighters, and it would be a very slow fight in terms of people watching. But I would say, yeah, I just go there just because I know a lot of people have been asking for that. I would just go with someone that would be, I'd say a very negative wrestler. And what I mean is, if they're extremely good at taking you down, but then very negative at doing anything while you are on the floor, it means that potentially it could be 3 rounds of me lying on my back, not taking any shots or not taking any severe damage, but then losing the fight. And that's the kind of fight that I would hate. Because again, equally frustrating. You'd lose the fight, but not because anything's really happened to you, and that's what would be frustrating. I'd at least like to fight someone like that, anybody like that. Man United, through and through.
Excitement from
Oh yes, Manchester United, my guys that they're on a roll right now. Liverpool tried to slow them up, but we're on a roll, man. Can't stop us. Zlatan is killing it. It's my team, man. It's my team. FIFA, actually. I'd say that's one of those games I can always just throw on and play. Like sometimes I just do like my own little Master League, get on with that, or I go online, play online a little bit. That's one of the games that every time it comes out, I'm bound to get it. I play other games as well, don't get me wrong. I play other little odd games. I just don't get into it as much. I don't really have the time as much anymore. But sometimes just like when I have that little bit of time or I'm just a little bit bored, FIFA is just one I just know I'll just throw on, play a couple games, and then I'm done.
Okay, this one from Ghost Bro. Have you been in street fights before? If so, what was your go-to move? Your movement is very weird but relaxed. How do you manage to stay so loose in the cage?
So that's kind of 2 separate questions. I'll stick to the cage one for now. It is to do with the how I view fighting. For a lot of people, it can actually be quite stressful. There's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of nervousness, there's a lot of added stress that they put onto themselves. For me, it is purely fun. Like, I'm just having it, like it's a kid. You give a little kid a new toy and leave him in a room for hours. You'll come back and he's still managing to the toy can be very basic, and then they can use that imagination and just have fun. And that's what I feel like when I go in there. It's just someone just giving me a toy to play with, and I'm just doing what I do best, and enjoying myself. And I feel that takes a lot of stress away, and it allows you to stay relaxed. It's very hard to be have fun and be tense at the same time. So I just sway everything towards having fun. Have I been in a street fight? Yes, I'm human. People have approached me before. A lot of times it's through friends. But there's no go-to move. I think being in a street fight is very different. It's because you have to take things that much more serious. It's because there's the potential of someone taking out a weapon or using this and using that. It's straight to the point. There's no dancing. But that's when there is no fun. The fun aspect is taken away. It is straight to the point. Put somebody down as quick as possible and then get away from the situation. Wait, who did I start with? Oh. Charmander, of course. Like that fire type. I love, in most kind of like animes and things, and I'm a big fan of those kind of things. I'm always drawn to that type of character. Like Charizard is that kind of rebellious, fiery kind of character. Vegeta, all those kind of just angry, rebellious type characters I really love. So yeah, Charizard. In terms of camps, yeah, I enjoy traveling around and stuff. Again, it's just, it's awkward because obviously you gotta go with what's working for you at the moment, and going abroad can actually take away from what is working for you at the moment. I love to work with certain coaches, and when I get the time, definitely. And at the moment, as I've said, Bellator is definitely the place to be for me, and I'm enjoying it. So in terms of what happens in the future, I never say no, it will never happen, but that's not where I'm at the moment. That's not my focus. You know what, I'm gonna say, because it's weird, I was always one of those people that would be into sports and then didn't watch it as much, and that used to go for football as well. When I was younger, I'd kill football, I'd play football but never even watched the team that I supported. I never watched football on TV. I was just one of those people that didn't care to watch anything. I'd prefer to just do it. And I've always been a sporty person. So weird enough, that my influence would be more from like movies and stuff, and I'd say Jackie Chan then, because I love there's loads of other guys I used to watch, but I like the fact that he was getting beaten up at the same. It sounds stupid, but I like the fact that it just made it more realistic when he's in a fight with 20 guys, say, and he's not destroying 20 guys. He's getting knocked about at the same time. He's tripping over stuff and he's trying to use things, and most of the time he's fighting and escaping at the same time, which I kind of love how realistic that is in a scenario when you are surrounded by 20 guys, instead of it being one guy that just completely destroys 20 people. As enjoyable as that could still be in a film, I've always like really enjoyed that kind of realistic aspect. So definitely Jackie Chan as an influence for me, and because he's an acrobatic person, it was always inspiring for me to try and incorporate that in my fights. The people running it.
Simple.
And I only say that because I just feel like it's easily done because we're human. People just get greedy, and I feel there could be a lot more to offer for fighters in general. If you look at across the board of sports, we train so hard and we do not get nowhere near the same kind of rewards and just those kind of pluses that, like I said, the majority of our gym, the amount of guys that are in our gym that are doing absolutely amazing things on the MMA circuit that have another job, have 2 other jobs because they're having to, make ends meet, and you'll never see a football player or a basketball player or an American football player in that situation. They're very well looked after, and it is down to people that lead the sport. So yeah, it'd be that. Just keep supporting, man. Follow me on everything, Instagram, Twitter, Michael Venom page, Michael Page 247, YouTube, podcast is coming. The Real Sports, these are my people that we're going to be doing a lot of work with, so make sure you're supporting them as well. And hands down is the next generation of fighting. And you know what, I can't even say next gen, it's already taken over. So many people with that kind of flamboyant style, they're already taking over, and it's entertaining. So hands down style, man, look out for that as well.